Hello, Internet. It's Jenn T. Grace here, founder of Publish Your Purpose Press. And I am here for day one of your 30-day writing challenge. So I have a couple of notes so that way I do not go off course here. But before I kind of get into this, I just want to say how hopeful and optimistic I am as a person in the kind of trying times that we're in right now, because I've had just a number of really amazing conversations today from people who are really doing the best that they can in these circumstances and in this situation. And I'm just really kind of excited by the bigger movement that I think is going to come from just all of this uncertainty that we're dealing with right now. So I'm just really, really grateful for those that I have around me. And I'm hopeful that you as well, if you're feeling uncertain in any way, that you have a support system and a team to just kind of rally around you as well. So today, what I'm trying to do is really just give you a tip a day. Some days I'm going to do these live videos. Some days I'm just going to post what the tip is. I'll always use the hashtags so that way you can find it. So today's tip, I want to start with something that's really easy because it is day one. And our goal at the end of this time is to have 33,000 words written, which is a lot of words. I fully get that. So the first tip is to figure out how long is it going to take you to write 1,100 words a day. So my tip for you is using the Pomodoro Technique. If you are not familiar with the Pomodoro Technique, you can actually go to Google and there's a timer for it. It's basically that you set a 25-minute timer and you just haul ass. You just go all in those 25 minutes and see how many words that you've gotten written in those 25 minutes. Then you take a 5-minute break and you do it again. The Pomodoro Technique works in many, many different ways outside of just writing. I use it a lot when I have just a couple of little tasks that I know I need to crank out. Once you set a timer for yourself, I don't know about you, I happen to be really competitive. So once that happens, like I'm on fire because I'm trying to beat whatever goal I've set. So what you want to do is just set that timer for 25 minutes. If you feel like you have the attention span to go for a full 60 minutes, by all means. But in case you just want to kind of ease your way into this process, because I know, it's really daunting and overwhelming to think about how am I going to write 1,100 words, especially if you have no frame of reference of what 1,100 words even looks like. So what you want to do, and I was speaking to somebody earlier today that I was interviewing for a new podcast that I'm working on, which, that announcement will come at a later date and time. But he was telling me that he can write 28 words a minute, which equals 1,680 words an hour. That was him. So you might be able to write 20 words a minute. You might be able to write 10 words a minute. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. This is your journey. This is your individual clock and time. You're not competing with other people. You're really just doing this for you, yourself, and for the future well-being of your business. So sit down, hit the timer, see how many words you can write in a 60-minute period of time. If you write 1,100 words in 60 minutes, hooray, you beat your goal for the day. You're there. Or maybe it'll take you 60 minutes to write 500 words. So you need to block out about 2 hours of time over the next 30 days to get to your goal of 33,000 words. So that is my one tip for you today. I'm going to go slow and steady and really just give you one tip each day, just because I know how overwhelming this process can be. I'm working on my 6th book right now. I've coached well over 100 authors. I know the level of overwhelm. So my goal for you is to just sit down and figure out how many words you can write in a day. And then you can start mapping out what the rest of that looks like. And tomorrow's tip will be very similarly aligned with today's tip.